どうも皆さんこんばんは。ハフハフと申します。L.A.Noire の続きをプレイしていきたいと思います。前回八百長野郎の彼女ですね、奥さんではなかったと思いますね。彼女を尾行してここまでやってきました。で、中に入っていったのを見届けて中に入ろうかというところで終わっていたかと思います。じゃあ早速入っていきましょう。
That's the cop who caught her.
A blonde woman just came in here. She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She
Oh.
cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door.
Nope. She made a phone
電
call
話を
over
かけ
there,
て
wrote something on a notepad,
うん、
and then left.
メモ帳に書き留めてったんだ。証拠残していってくれるね。ありがたいありがたい。
What are you doing? An old intelligence trick from the Marines.
エグザミナードラハリウッドドラッグストアエグザミナー薬局ハリウッドアイバーアベニュー1487番地行きましょう。
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
3600ドルか。欲しいね。羨ましいですよ。で、行くべきはここか。いつも丸と×を間違えるんですよね。プレステ4のゲームなんで。でも、やっぱあるよね。見てみるもんですね。はい、連れてってくれ。
Can you drive to this one?
参加者の裏取引を行う飲み屋を発見しました。スリフティ酒屋ね。エグザミナー薬局マックス酒屋レイの店。マックス酒屋がレイの店かな。よしよしよしよしよし。路上犯罪です。危ねえなおい。
11K calling KGPL. We'll take the 484.
484はこちらで対処します。現場に行ってます。
You gotta help me, officer, please.
Slow down.
どうした？
What happened?
I was just walking along, not bothering nobody. And these punks jumped me. They knocked me across my mouth and took my money.
う
How long
わ
ago was this?
Not more than 20 minutes ago, mister. They went that way,
Chimpira.
down the alley there.
Wait here.
じゃあ追いかけますか。この金半分よこせよ。嘘だなおい。
Please,
何
you sucker.
考えてやがる。
Son of a bitch is taking the car! Shit, come on, let's get after him.
Wake up, Cole.
バカ何考えてる。はい乗れ。パトカーめちゃくちゃにしてやるよ。そんな白黒の格好悪いパトカー誰が欲しがる。犯罪者は欲しがるか。免罪符手に入れたようなもんですからね。ああいう運転もできちゃうわけですよ。
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
おいどけどけどけ。ぶつけてやれって言ってもな、ぶつけたけど何にもならなかったし。
Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road.
惜しかった今。うるさい。やりー。お前もうオダブツだよ。何やってんのマジで。 目的教えてくれ。いたずらかにしては手が込んでるしアホやな。さあじゃあ
You know the way. You can drive.
エグザミナー薬局まで行きましょう。
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings.
ああ、なるほどね。
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
あ、どっちだろう。受け取らせて今一緒に共犯なのか、受け取るふりしてね逃げてるのか、どっちだ。あいつらも掛け合った口だな絶対。
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to
$4,000
close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
なんだお前の
How
喋り
long ago
方。
did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
おう電話こっちかい。イエローキャブコーポレーション、イエロータクシーカリフォルニアハリウッ
Yellow cab. We need to get after her
ド。
fast.
OK 行こうぜ。おっと
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company, Hollywood 2187, please? This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
何調べてる。行き先か。
Yes, sir. Sent one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
179号車 OK。
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray.
シュガーレイ
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
調子がいい時でもジョーク理解できないただの堅物やんけ。しゃ行きましょう。たまには俺の運転で連れて行ってやるよ。どこに。路上犯罪。ああもう。でここレイのお店かな。ここも旗立てとけ。スリフティでアリーブモテル、スタジアム、エルマー。あともう何もないよね。うん。隠し車両も増えてないし。おっしゃ、行くぜ。
This broad's planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys.
Police entry in a citizen reports suspicious activity on a
路面電車内不審行動。
LAPD, ma'am. Are you all right?
That lowlife.
あいつ
That filthy lowlife.
人間のクズ。
What happened?
どうした。
I was standing ready to get off and I heard a click. His camera. That pervert took a picture of my up my
Which way did he go?
スカートの中。
there. That's him. Right there.
やばいやばい、マジのやつや。
Ah, fuck.
なでかいカメラで撮ってんの。せめてもうちょっと、まあ、この時代はそうか。今ほどちっちゃくて高性能なカメラはないわ
Phelps, get after
ね。
that creeper.
あれか、あの青い車か。もうお前カメラどころ
Hit
か
him.
車まで
Clear
な
this
くす
asshole
ぞ。
off the road.
俺にかかればもう車も粉々よ。さっき
Getting
の
close
ガ
and
キンチョ
steer
見
him
ただ
off
ろ。
the tar.
危ねえ、俺が吹き飛ばせるとこだった。おお、運転うめえな。おい、
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
簡単に言うなや。いつもこういう時俺に運転させてよ。ほらこうなる。やばい、見失う。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。追いつけ追いつけ。あんな後ろがガラ空きの車がこいつのやつ以外ないんだから。危なかった。ちょっと運転うますぎない？いい加減どっかぶつかってよ。あっちの方がパワーあるし。言わんこっちゃない。だから言ったでしょ、車粉々なるって。火吹いてるよ。大丈夫それ。
Give it up, LAPD. You're under arrest for public indecency.
Oh, Christ.
公然わいせつ罪でいいんだ。優しいね。絵に描いたような絵に描いたような変態だったな。カメラ持ってカシャカシャって。アンロックされた服？どれだ？これか。いいね。あ、かっこいいじゃない。ちょっと待って、違うでしょ。
You're behind the wheel.
フェルプスはおしゃれさんだな。女は乗ってない。あ、179号車か、あれが。バレてんな。
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab.
運転で目立ってしまいすぎてもダメだ。この辺の飲み屋壊滅させんぞあいつ。あ、いいね。警察車両の後ろにつこう。
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
なんで？
Hammond is full of himself.
ハモンドは自信か。花から勝つつもりでいた。そう。サイレン鳴らしたい衝動に駆られてるぜ今。どこ行く？よし、パトカーの後ろ。好き勝手に運転してるなマジで。
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
お前の負け分は諦めろ。警察官だろうが。危な、ぶつかるとこだった。ちょっと
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
バカみたいなドライブって言うなよ。バレないようにしてんだろ。口悪いな。止まった？
Pull over.
あ、こい
He's
つ
heading inside.
逃げる気だ。バスでさせるか。急げフェルプス。
I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
3 blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it?
あれどこ行ったあいつ。カバンはまだ持ってるな。現金たっぷりの。
How bad is it? Come on, you could tell me. That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
ここはレイディーズってあ、なんだ。殺人事件に発展してるやん。どうした？
Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
誰にやられた？
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't
そう
make
い
it
う
out
こ
of
とか？
town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
本当にそうかな。一発撃たれてる？
.32 caliber.
あ、撃たれて
One
る。じ
shot fired.
ゃあこれだ。カバンの中は現金入ってんじゃないのこれまだ。入ってないわ。エジプシャンシアターハリウッド大通り6712。
The Egyptian Theater.
おー、なるほど。他にこれといって何も入っていないんですかね。
So what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
こっから出たのかな。足跡とか追えないのかなこの時代は。うーわ。えぐ。はあ。嫌な結末ですね。これはちょっとさすがに予想してなかったというか。こうなるとは思ってませんでしたね。あそこでハモンドもいて、なんかロイにちょっと皮肉めいたことを言いながら、なんでこんなことしたんだとか、飲み屋がどうのっていう話をするんかと思ったらね、違法賭博がどうのっていう話かと思ったら死んじゃいましたね。来年はいい。
She didn't deserve that.
悲惨すぎる。
Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year.
署員のボーナス全
You
員
need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
ミッキー公園なんかなあ。見て。あら、なんだこの車。
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11 King, Car 11 King.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner.
ナイフによる傷。
Knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all
bitch.
clear.
He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists.
本物
not
の
guns.
男は
That giddy
拳。
cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy.
カルロじゃねえ
This
の。
whole tragedy to its conclusion.
カルロだろ、あのナイフ持ってた。俺の金を返せっつってたあのイタリア人なんじゃねえの。あ、
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
こっちだ。やっぱカルロが刺してる。こっちか。あ、違う、こっちじゃない。どけ。こっちだ。
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take the dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best deal.
You were washed up, kid. You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere.
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying. And it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself. So did little boy.
いや、まあ、そうなんだよね。
Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
はい、殺人事件の容疑者発見。撃ち殺そうぜ、そいつ。
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
はい、アウトです。こっちに向かって撃ってきやがりました。あ、他にもいる。よし。
Where are you? You limey cocksucker.
どこだ。あ、来た。これちょうだい。玉ちょうだい。上行こう、上。上行って、さらにこっちを上に行けばいるはず。あっちかな、空いてるし。オッケー、終わり。ショットガン強し。
It's time to come out now, Hammond.
アーモンド。
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
保存した。
Catch.
なんだそれ。
Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
戻るな、戻るな。
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage.
ああ。
Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you!
Fuck
That English
you.
prick is getting away with my money, Phelps.
だからなんだ。かけたのが悪いんだろう。
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing.
ありがとう。
They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
仲間かばった。
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
街離れた。おうおうおうおう。
It's homicide's problem now.
いいね、お互いをかばってよ。違法賭博とは言わなかったんだ。粋なところもあるね。星4つ。アルバート・ハモンドはどういうわけか警察から逃げ切って英国に渡った。まあこちらのあれですからね。っていうかまあ、うん、悪いことはしないよな、よく考えたら。
187 at 5810 Murata
裸の
Avenue.
街。
Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine.
軍用モルヒネで殺されてる。
Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
黙って行けと。またモルヒネか。なくならんね、こういう薬物系は。科学の先生みたいだわ。俺に言ってんの？
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you
ヒ
on
ゲ
my
の
arm
生え
same
た
way
デ
they would
ブ
a
女の
fat
セン
broad
ス
with a 5 o'clock
なんだそ
shadow.
れ。
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
うん、俺もそう思うよ。本当にジョークだといいね。
That bum took a swipe at me.
よし行きますか。あなたどこかでお会いしたことは？いやないですね、ごめんなさい、勘違いでした。さあ、マップを確認。行く場所はさっきのところですが、路上犯罪はありません。 OK、 じゃあ行きましょう。ここですね。殺人事件の現場。
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
早く乗れ。
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
おや、今一
Visit the
瞬
morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds
あい
for
つ
and
らは
against
ただの
lightning
数字
strike.
だ。嫌なこと言うな。仮装されるときにああ、お店じゃなくて右の建物か。だって到着しましたが、
Second floor, apartment 6.
2階の奥6号室。はーい。
Thanks.
急ごう。事件は飯の種ですからね。あそこですね。あ、もういる。
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you.
おお、元相棒。
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
ラスティ。元相棒じゃん。
26 years old, fashion
26歳のファッションモデル。
Found in the tub by
浴槽で死体を発見したのは
cleaning lady,
家政婦レイノルドソン。
We heard Carruthers thinks.
Carruthers likes to make work for people.
睡眠薬の飲みすぎ。
Overdose of sleeping pills.
入
Falls
浴中に
asleep in
眠
the
っちまって
tub,
おさら
rest
ば。
in
以上。
peace. Case closed.
やめろその癖。
Mal is 100% that it's murder.
100% 殺人。なるほど。
Sure, go right ahead.
じゃあ見させてくれ。元相棒たちよ。浴槽はあっちかな。おい、お前先行くなよ。俺の手柄だぞ。ここか。
Phelps?
あ
Val,
ら。
we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down
う
here.
ん、どうして呼ばれ
The
た？
victim was alive when she entered the tub. Water would have entered her lungs.
うんうんうん
The
うん。
water is
なるほど
violently
ね。
churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam
溺
is
死体のほぼ
generated.
すべてで。
This foam is
うん
found at the mouth and nostrils in
こ
almost
の
all
泡が
cases of
口
real
や
drowning.
鼻腔内に見られる。この被害
May I
者。
took a look?
Be my guest.
あ、違うんだじゃあ。
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
首絞められてる？
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
なんだこの首のあざ。すげえ、水にちゃんとフェルプスの顔反射する。あれ、腕もひどいな。何これ。髪跡？
Bruising on the forearms and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
爪も噛んでないこれ。自傷壁かこれ。
Very unusual
うん、
ring.
確かに変わった指輪ですね。黒サファイア。
Black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine.
モルヒネに典型
The
的な
bruises
症
tell their
状
own。story. I
一
think
人の
one man
男が
held
押さ
her
えつけ
down
て。
and another held her arm and injected her.
え
Put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my
シレッ
theory.
トって何？
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't
中毒でない
junkies.
2
Might be
人の
onto
男を探してみる。2人組？そうですか。関係ないですねこれは。
don't know.
ふんわり一股ってこいつ何勝手なこと言ってんだ。
Had so much fire, so much drive.
この写真か。これが本人なんですね。じゃあちょっと、ああ、綺麗な人だ。
This is all top end of town stuff.
おー。
Gives us somewhere to look.
どれも一流品。あ、さらに調べる？ん？何？なんか書いてあるのがあるってこと？じゃあ次の写真見てみましょうか。モデルの仕事でしょうね。チャイナドレスみたいなの着てますよ。お、ダシーヌ、ハリウッド大通り。火曜11時から4時まで働いて遊びに来ない？ミズ・ランドールを呼び出して、ジュリア。手始めにジュリア・ランドールってことかな。僕は通販じゃ買えなさそうなもの。うん。こっちは白紙。はい、終わり。ここになんか薬物隠れてたりしない？今まで何箇所かそういうの話があったんですけど。
Virginia Reynolds.
バージニア・レイノルドソン。周りにショック。何かすべきことがある気がします。誰かに連絡するとか。
We can make those calls, ma'am.
うん。警察に任せろもう。落ち着け。
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town.
ああ、ファミリーいないんだ。
Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there?
ヘンダーソン。
I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
マネージャーか何かかな、ヘンダーソン。
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
ん？なんか隠してない？どっちだ？疑うか信用するか。違うな。
No, men were usually besotted with Miss Julia, not the other way around. I don't think Miss Julia was ever in love with anyone.
間違えた。被害者の私生
Did
活。
Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Men
Ah,
friends,
逆
Mrs.
だ。
Reynolds. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very
間
nice to
違え
me.
た。
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
ごめんなさい、ジュリアさん。なんとかお願いしますよ。
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynolds, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung.
優しいかと思うと急に怒鳴り散らしたり、ああしろこうしろ、今すぐやれ。
She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
そうですか。
Thanks, Mrs. Reynolds. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement.
3分の
and then you
1
can go home.。
ひどい。ひどすぎる。おっとっとっとっとっと。久しぶり。
I haven't got time to jaw, Cole. The captain wants me to make this case.
うっせえな、お前ら。喋ってる暇はねえってこっちが決めるんだよ。あるかどうかは。いいよ、捜査は順調だから。さて、まずは、ダシーヌ要塞店ですね。で、ミズ・ランドールだったかなを呼び出してもらいましょう。この辺ってなんかある？ないのか。そうか。
You're behind the wheel.
勝手にこの辺の車乗ってこダッシーの要塞店来ましたよ。ミズ・ランドール。
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her
あ、
go.
働いてたんか。そうかそうかそうか。
She was found dead this morning.
はい、職
How
歴を
long
教
had
え
Julia
て。
worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming
ニ
here.
ューヨークで仕事。とても綺麗な子。
Very
は
beautiful
い。
girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
うん、やめてもらったの
Husbands
は
sometimes come in here with their wives.
おう
When
おう
Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her
あ
than they were their wives' dresses.
なるほど。
The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes.
Heather
Heather
Swanson.
Would you like to speak with her?
うん、もち
I'd
ろん
like。that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me
ああ、
get
ジュ
my
リア
job
が
here.
紹介してくれたのね。
She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't.
スタンリーはそういう
She's
かもし
full
れ
of
ない。
life, a wonderful company.
うんうん
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
ヘンリーにもらった？なんだヘンリーにもらった。
That's some pearl, Miss
ああ、
Swanson.
真珠。
Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
おう。
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my
ヘンリ
fiancé,
ー・アーネッ
Henry
トを
Arnett.
通じて紹介されました。はい。
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
恋
Yes,
人。
he is.
うん。
Henry has a fashion business.
え
He
ー、
and Julia have been friends for years.
ミスター・ヘンダーソン。
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire
Oh.
engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
ヘンダーソンも知らないんだ。
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
うーん。
Julia
これ
Randall
は
was
も
found
っとも
dead
な
this morning.
疑問ですけど。
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
うーん、ほんまか？
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
ジュリアの家に戻りましょう。なるほどね。手がかりが
Nice
少
move
ないで
not
す
telling old
ね。
Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking a big jump till we were half out the door.
ありがとうござい
Very
ます。
slick.
それは
I
うま
figured
う
we'd
まかっ
get
たでし
more
ょ
out of her that way. You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
風紀犯罪課かどうかは関係ねえだろ。どこでもいい刑事やれるわ。何か進展はありましたか？皆さん、あ、こっちじゃない。こっち調べてねえな。そういや。
Quality English smoking jacket.
はす。
I don't know anyone under
男性用。
45 who would wear one.
45歳未満で着てるやつを見たことがない。散らかっておる。おっと、あ、ここにもばらまいてあるな。睡眠薬。そうですか。 関係ねえだろこれは。あるのか？
Barbiturates.
ああ。
What else is rattling around in this thing?
おおおお。ジュリア・ランドール。1日1回食後にベンゼドリン錠20錠。ストーンマン。
We should speak to a
ベン
doctor.
ゼドリン。
Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
そうなの？これ2つでジェットコースターみたいな気分？じゃあ早速行こう。
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
あ、じゃあジャケットは
You think Carruthers has called it right?
お願いし
He
てお
rarely
い
gets
て
it。wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
お前らいつもそうだよ。女
You
を
know the
軽
way.
視すん
You
だ
can
から。
drive.
All right, where
ジュリア・
to?
ランドールの住居まだできることあるな。戻ってくるってことかな。いや、あるな、一箇所。なんだ？なんだろうこれ。あれ？外？あ、マップが表示されない。もっと上？あれ？下？ちょっと待って。郵便受けかなんかが1階にあったっけ？それかな？いや待てよ、いい加減にしてくれ。え？嘘、無駄になった？あ、あった。こいつらここに捨ててったんだ。バカじゃねえの？
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one
い
way
や
or
十
another.
分だよ。
I think our work is done here.
オッケーオッケー、やったぜ。行くか、ロイ。
You're behind the wheel.
ストーンマンの診療所行ってくれ。女をジェットコースターの気分にさせた一心のところだよ。
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to
同
my
窓
eye.
会だな。
Good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names.
名
Let
前
me
すら
fill you in.
覚えずに。
Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a
ビコース
drunk.
キー変
You
な
could
チョコ
learn a
で
thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
確か
I
にね。
noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility.
謙虚なようでいて実は傲慢。それが
Why do
お
you
前の
always
トレード
twist
マーク。
everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up
老い
his
ぼれブル
lunch.
ドッグ。いいですね。ビコースキーもギャラウェイ、ラスティもロイもそれぞれ個性があっていいですね。でも嬉しいですね。最初の相棒が殺人家に昇進って。僕が凄腕すぎたんですけど、何階だ？一番上か、505。ドクター・ストーンマン。
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
ドクター・ストーン。しゃ、行ってくれ、エレベーター。
I swear if we locked up
地
every
下って
doctor
いう
in
が
this
町の医者
town,
を全員無所にぶち込んだら
half days.
武器犯罪家の仕事は半分に減るなこともねえだろう。ドクターストーンマン505
Yes, sir. Your name?
LAPD
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
申し訳ない
There's
けど
no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
よろしくお願いします。やあドクター、こんにちは。
We are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
本当に残念そう
Do you mind
か
if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
はい、お願いします。
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
え、嘘だろこれ。つい最近やってなかったか薬。
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
これいつだ ?7 月。今いつだ
Like I made a mistake.
ちょっと待って。今の日にちがわかんねえ。信用すっか。違うよね。
Well, not in the conventional sense. She had trouble sleeping.
追加処方。
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business.
体重を減らしたい。はあはあはあはあ。
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure
中
you
毒性あん
know,
だ。
Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
電話勝手に使うなよ。
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you.
検視官
I can connect the
カ
call
ラザ
if
ース
you
か
like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the
あ
autopsy.
今から行きましょう
Sure thing, Mal. We'll
す
be
ぐ
right
行くす
over.
ぐ行く。じゃあな。やぶ医者め。待たせたなおっさん。
Your investigation is much more important than my
打
sciatica.
骨神経痛より操作の方が大事。足りめえだろ何言ってんだお前。一瞬で直してやるぞそれ鉛玉で。さあ検視が解剖が終わりましたね。本当に薬物で死んだのでしょうか、それとも別の死因があるのでしょうか。
The old boy's lying.
うん、あいつは嘘ついてるよ。全部だよ。
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead.
彼女が死んだと聞いてほっとしてた。
Reaction I have to the death of a young patient.
ああ、鋭いね。まさかモルヒネ処方してたとかじゃねえだろうな。
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card
Ah,
when they got something
なるほど。
to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will
守秘
spill
義
your
務ね。
darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
都合が悪い時だけ守秘義務っていう。ああ。だとしたら最悪ですけどね。あ、金沢すいた。いや、どうもどうも。行きましょう行きましょう。ここか。
Cole, Roy,
I have some information for you.
お、右のこれ誰だ？
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2
手は
killers.
2人分。ほう。
Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of
モルヒネ
morphine.
中毒による
You
心
dragged
不
us
全。
down here to gloat. We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
OK、OK、
I have
殺人で
something
す。
else to show you.
なんだ？
All right, Mal. What gives?
うわ、
Dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc,
ジェミー・ルブラン。
career burglar.
窃盗の
Came
常
in
習
this
犯。
morning. Someone stove his head in.
木材で頭をやられている。
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
ポケットに。
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
顔
Which
面に
could
引っか
be
け。
from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
お。
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long
陽
shot.
気なご遺体
Thanks,
って
Mal.
言う
We'll
の
check。it out.
I found something else.
こいつ、うわ、見るんじゃなかった。何何？あ、何これ？
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant.
財布が空だっ
His
た。
wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying
ハーモニカとモルヒネだけ？所持品が？どういうことよ？
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over.
あ、どうした？
They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2
アー
for
ネ
you
ットって
next
男
door.
が待っている。
Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal.
ああ、ヘンリー・アーネットかな？
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
なんだこいつ。仲悪いのなんでなんだ？とりあえずごめん。俺ちょっとこれ、トントントンってなったから。ああ、この子か。なるほどね。嫌な事件だ。さあ、行ってくれ。
You drive. I need to go over the case
あれ、
notes.
ハリウッド警察病院できることあるぞ。待て待て待て待て待て。ここだよね、ハリウッド警察病院。なんだ？この辺か？まあ、ええか。一旦次のとこ行ってみましょう。
You're behind the wheel.
警察
Where are
署
we。going? This is the place.
え？隣か。
When is America gonna?
隣なんかい。インタビュールーム1かな。
I got the jitters again.
インタビュールーム1じゃない。2だ。いたいた。
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
よろしくね。
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
うん、ひどい話だよね。知ってることを吐け。
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
ちょっと手帳見さしてね。それほどでもつったな。疑うか。
He's asking whether you banged her in a
年
chuck
頃
on
に
the
なって
shoulder
乳くり合ってたかって
I'm
質問。
engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private.
ヘザーは知らずに、ああ、やってんな、こいつ。
Yes.
カスだ。
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older
年上の男性と交際してい
Could
る。
have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of
生活を把握していたわけではないのか。ああ、本当か？
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
なかなかの
How about a
名詞。
first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
名前とか住所、そうそうそう、それそれ。
Sorry, I don't. I
東
think
部
he
の
lives
どこ
somewhere
か
out of town. Somewhere back east.
窃盗犯ルブラン。
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have?
あら
Is he an
本
entertainer?
当に知らない？
So you wouldn't have any reason to
ルブラン
believe
が
that
ジュニア
LeBlanc
の殺害に関与していると思う理由は他にない。
If this
特
guy
に
is
な
a
い。
criminal, he might have been involved, but
ルブランという名前は初耳。なるほど。
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down.
ヘンリー・アーネット。おー。なるほど。これ何かに使えるのかな？
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my.
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it.
お、第6の一員
Fighting。sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
はい。
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of
あ
casualties.
れこれ。
Which engagements?
Okinawa.
沖縄、それ以外も2カ所。
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
同じ部隊にいたのかな？
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start.
尾行を始める前に泳がせ
As
る
an。amateur, we need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through a fresh.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
おほー。泳がせたんだ。やるじゃない。で、車尾行ですね。これか。変な色の車だ。白なら白に
He was squirming like a worm in there.
したらいい
Don't
の
you
に
love it when
さ
they。pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
なんか変な黄色っぽい白住んでるやん。でごめんロイなんて言ったか全然見てなかったわ。おう。
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
あ？ぶつけたぞあいつ。あいつもぶつけてたぞ。俺もぶつけたけど。この距離だな。あー近い。近いよ近いよ危ないよ。一時
Where are
停
you
止。
taking us, Henry?
どこ行くんだヘンリー。車へこんじゃったねロイごめんね。さあどこへ連れて行く？
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
お前よ。
Spooked him. Back into traffic, Phelps, now.
後ろからぶつかったやつが悪いやんけ。沖縄に行ってないんだ。間抜けが。よしいい感じいい感じ。後ろからぶつかってきといてなんで俺が悪いんだよマジで。お止まったか。どこだこれ。中古品店。
He needs money and fast.
すぐに金が必要。しかも結構大金だな。
I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
あれ、あいつここ曲がったか。あ、いやいるやん。危ね。
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
ここだな。ここだったらバレないよ。近いな。ちょっと信号を渡った向こう側ぐらいまで行ってもらって、そっから近づきますか。
Move in. Can't risk losing the
ま
trail.
だまだまだまだ。落ち着け。もう走りゃいいんだから。よし。おっと。あ、お前鳴らすなや、おい。信号こっちが青だったろうが。歩行者に気遣いはないんか、マジで。もうめんどくせえ。なんでふざけんなよマジで。もう意外とね、尾行を気にしてる時って道路の反対側はほら見てないことが多いので、もうこっちから見ましょう。いやいや見えてっから。でどうせあいつここ渡ってこの向こうに行くんだよ。後ろは気になるけど道路の反対側から見られてるとはまさか思ってないでしょうからね。来ますかよ、そろそろ。お、やべ、あそこ入ったなあいつ。タバコニスト。違うよ、こっちだよ。いたいた。お、なんだこれ。旅行。
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
なあ、メキシコに高飛びしようとしてる。なぜ？
LAPD. The man who just came in here. He bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
どうしたどうした？何を撃った？
God, it's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
なんで？あー、なるほど。親愛なるビバリーへ。有名人の使ってたやつってことか。なるほど。あ、セーブ入りましたね。はい、今回はこれぐらいにしたいと思います。いやー、事件が入り組んでますね。ただの薬物中毒死かと思いきや殺人の色が濃厚ですね。で、殺人家に元相棒2人がいて、ちょっと何とも言えない嬉しい気持ちになりましたけど、面白いですね。気になりますね、この続き。はい、では、ご視聴ありがとうございました。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。 した。